Lois.
I'm probably not gonna get that much time.
I touched the knife for a few seconds, yo.
I don't feel guilty for my actions, but I feel guilty on how you were gonna feel. Because honestly, I don't f***ing care.
Obsession is something that comes up a lot on that chapter. I mean, well, talking about what I do, it's sort of part and parcel a lot of the time. But the obsession these two young girls had, two high school teens, it was a new one, even for me. All their obsessions were about horrifying school events, one being a movie. It was a movie called 0 Day. 0 Day, it's a fictional movie, heavily inspired by Columbine. Two high schoolers want to open up on their classmates. However, for these two girls, that wasn't their only obsession. They were big fans of Adam Lanza, horrifyingly not fictional in any way. And what they wanted to do was almost as horrifying. Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike, and in this old video, we got the story of two high school teen girls in Florida, Isabelle Valdez and Lois Lippert. And they were obsessed with mass killers, some fictional, some not so much. And these two high schoolers, they wanted to go the non-fictional route. They wanted a blood sacrifice, so they could bring Adam Lanza back from the dead, so they could all live happily ever after. And they were working hard, very hard, on that. Yeah, folks, the evidence in this one, set your faces to what the shit. The obsession we're going to be talking about, the diaries we're going to be talking about, it's really near the top of mountain. But before we get into all of that, please subscribe to see new stories for the dark every single week. Now, let's give it a go. This whole story takes us to Seminole County, Florida. Of course it's Florida, specifically though Lake Brantley High, Altamonte Springs. Lake Brantley High School is a public school, home of the Patriots, and enrolls over 2,500 students. List of notable alumni include the lead singer of Trivium, Rob Thomas of Matchbox 20, Mandy Moore, and most importantly, Red Sox legend Jason Varitek. We definitely have two more notable alumni to talk about in this video, though these two people, they wanted to make sure that they were like the last alumni of Lake Brantley High School. See, the motto of Lake Brantley is Patriots Meet the Challenge. The challenge for Isabelle Valdez and Lois Lippert was, allegedly, how can they murder another student? Therefore creating a blood bond with Adam Lanza, bringing him back to life. What's not to get? And get a load of this, right? The story began January 22nd, 2026. And it all started with an anonymous message. In Florida, there is a website called Fortify Florida. It's for submitting anonymous tips about any suspicious school activity. You can include videos and photos, and it goes directly to your local school officials, law enforcement, and state level officials. The right people if you're trying to submit information and maybe prevent something horrifying from happening. At 11:30 p.m. that Thursday, January 22nd, an anonymous tip was submitted, directed towards the school officials at Lake Brantley High School. The anonymous message was saying that there was another student at the school who went by Jimmy. Right? And Jimmy was planning on murdering another student at the school just like the very next morning. Let me read out the message for you, right? This is directly from the police affidavit. A 15-year-old friend of mine, who is trans with a preferred name of Jimmy, told me that he is going to kill somebody we know from school by the name of Redacted. He stated that he would do it tomorrow. This happened just a couple of hours ago. I have a great suspicion that he would do this, as he already been recently involved with police officers at school about threats we've been getting towards our school. He knows the people who have made the threats, and the cops are also aware of this. He had also told me earlier today that the cops had confiscated his phone as they got another threat, which apparently was one of the reasons why he wants to do something like this. I am not sure about Jimmy's legal name since I never call him by his legal name. but by memory it might be Isabelle. Now, upon receiving this message and it being given over to investigators, it was rightly taken very, very seriously from the moment they got it, because as you can imagine, anything with like students and, murder, it should be taken pretty dang seriously. But the thing was, investigators, they were able to quickly put like 2 and 2 together and identify who they were talking about, because as in the message, police had had dealings recently about school threats and swatting. The identity to who Jimmy really was 15-year-old Isabelle Aurelia Valdez.
To Seminole County, where a school was put on a code red today.
That's right. It's happening at Lake Brantley High School after a tip was received about a possible threat. If you're not familiar, that's on Sand Lake Road in Altamont Springs.
Chopper 2 is live over the scene right now, where law enforcement has come down on the campus in the middle of the school day.
And as you can imagine, this was cause for concern for so many families here at Lake Brantley High School.
The call came into Lake Brantley, but it was an unverified threat. Both Altamont Springs Police and Seminole County Public Schools sent us notice shortly after the code red here at Lake Brantley, and nearby Forest City Elementary was lifted, letting parents know that it was a hoax.
By the way, though some called Isabelle Jimmy and said they were trans, all the reporting says Isabelle, so I'll stick with her, and later on she refers to herself as Isabelle. Now, Isabelle was not unknown to the police, as it inferred in the tip. It's believed she made or was aware of a number of swatting calls made to police, calling up the police saying there's an active shooter or going to be in the school, and this was on at least 3 different occasions over the past 2 weeks. On January 8th, January 20th, and that very day, January 22nd. My friends, we are quickly approaching an important day, perhaps, dare I say, the most important of the year. Nope, it is not my birthday, it is Mother's Day, and those moms, they need to be spoiled. No one works harder than your Elwyn, so it's time to show your appreciation with an incredible gift. And my friends over at Raycon, this message's sponsor, have the hookup for you. Sure, mom needs something, that fits into her everyday life, going for that morning walk, doing the 1,000,001 errands she has to do, or sure, when she just wants to check in on you. Give her a call, why don't you? And with Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds, she will hear you just fine. Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds are perfect for every and any occasion, because, get a load of this, they are open ear, which means she can listen to her music or podcasts and still hear everything that's going on around her. The sound stays clear and balanced without ever feeling closed off from her surroundings, keeping her safe and aware. And for Mother's Day, they are 15% off. See, those heckin' regular earbuds, they block everything off, so you don't know what's going on around you, yet with Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds, that ain't a problem. You remain tactical awareness, much like a tier 1 operator does. Which every mom is, let's be fair. See, I can hear everything. They're really light and the ear hook part rotates, so they actually stay in. I worn them at the gym, on walks, doing stuff around the house. They don't fall out and they don't get uncomfortable. And I get to practice pretending not to hear people. Raycon has over 3 million customers, and the sound quality is just as good as the way more expensive brands. They're half the price because they're not paying for celebrity endorsements and all that retail markup stuff. And if all your siblings happen to get mom the same amazing gift, Raycon offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. Folks, I love Raycon. I use them every time I go to the gym. Once a year still does count. And for my dear old Irish mammy, they are perfect for when she's going to do the shopping and bumping into the 50 other neighbors she has to have a full-blown conversation with, because she can listen to her music and hear them. So, listen up. Celebrate the moms in your life. Whether it's your mom, the mother of your kids, your sister, whomever it may be, they deserve it. Go to buyraycon.com/chapteropen to get 15% off the Essential Open Earbuds. Once again, that is buyraycon.com/chapteropen to get 15% off the Essential Open Earbuds. Thank you so much to Raycon for sponsoring this whole video. Now let's get back to it. And so it was that the following morning, 2 detectives rocked up to Lake Brantley High School. They told the security guard to bring Isabelle to the office. And initially, they just told her they wanted to talk about these swatting incidents, and Isabelle answered away. But then, they started asking her about Florida's harm prevention and threat management model, which is a form high-risk students are asked to fill out if, well, they could be a threat to themselves or others. It was then that the police revealed to Isabelle that they had a pretty good idea of what she was planning on doing that day. They didn't mention the tip, but they were like, hey, just off the dome, you aren't planning on killing anybody today, are you? At one point, Isabelle did start crying, saying she was thinking of hurting someone, herself or another student, and she felt like she needed help. That maybe something was wrong with her. Maybe they should take her to a doctor or something. She was having very dark thoughts. However, although a disturbing incident, police believed there was more premeditation than she was letting on. And it was at that point Isabelle knew what they were really here for. And then get this, Isabelle whipped out her backpack and she started pulling all sorts of shite out of it. She pulled a knife, gloves, trash bag, wipes, tools.
First name Esnio, last name Quintana, Esnio Quintana. Thank you.
This is one that
Hey, Brittany, do you know where Rebecca is?
No. I'm gonna get out here.
you guys need a finger stamp more.
Sorry, no. Mine's already.
Isabelle? Yeah. You do me a favor, you gotta stand up, put your hands behind your back. Just gonna tighten these just a little bit, okay? Don't move. You start pushing your hands, it'll get real tight on you. Okay, so just leave your hands. You alright?
Yeah.
You need me to loosen it? Which one?
No, it's okay. It's just I got like stuck in the back of the thing.
Come on out this way.
I think we're going
Out this way?
Yeah,
Towards
because
the...
that way, it gets you out to the...
Okay, so we're waiting for the other. I'm just going to bring them both at the same time.
Have they explained what's going on?
He's coming? Don't worry.
They haven't explained to you? So unfortunately, you are under arrest. You're being charged with attempted first-degree murder. Okay? And that's premeditated. You're going to be transported to jail, and then you'll be able to get in contact with your parents there, okay? But we are going to call your parents to let them know what's going on. Okay? Right. Her stuff's evidence.
Okay, so let's take We're going to head out.
Yeah, but we're just...
All right, we're just waiting.
And police swiftly learned that Isabelle was not planning this alone. She had an accomplice. I don't know if she was smarter or dumber than Isabelle, but this was 14-year-old Lois Lippert. You got Lois Lippert and Isabelle Valdez. The gruesome twosome.
Hey,
best friend.
we gonna kiss them?
Yes.
Oh, it's teacher. Teacher, we're good.
To the left.
And the shite they were coming out with. Folks, this is like next level, just... What?
Alrighty.
Oh my god.
It was anonymous tip, but I was just assuming it was by the writing.
Yeah.
Just like
It was.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god. God, I knew I shouldn't have told him. Because he was like, oh, can you please tell me I can't sleep tonight? Fuck you! God!
Bravo 14.
Yeah, I got shown the tip and it was like, my friend, 15-year-old, named, he goes by Jimmy, is planning to kill some dude. Yeah, and it was like, I don't really remember their real name, but I think it was Isabelle.
Bravo 14.
Yeah, it was spelled wrong too. So.
God! She's such a fucking snitch.
That's immediately who I thought when I saw that fucking tip.
As for Isabelle, not really a whole lot is known about her, and she doesn't have much out there from what I could tell. Other than that, she has two younger siblings. But her BFF, 5 Eva, Lois Lippert, which does sound like a fake name, like sorry, she was much more online. Terminally so. Her Twitter is still there today, and it's not an easy go-through, to be honest. Because Lois, it appears, followed a lot of like pro-anorexia accounts, and herself was bulimic, and she decided to share that a lot with the world, literally. There are far too many pictures on her Twitter account of toilet bowls filled with puke, her holding her puke, and basically an overwhelming majority of her tweets are about food and calories, and now I want to puke after looking at all this shit. It's actually incredibly unchill how much of her vomit I've seen. It's just like videos of this of her playing with it. It's truly disgusting. Lois was clearly dealing with some tragic eating disorder, and you hope she gets help for that, and it should be taken seriously. But as for simply going through her information online, well, you know, be glad I pixelated this. It's very disturbing. But Chucky over here, who went by Fox Fever Online, she was big, like bigly into art. And I'm not gonna lie, she was actually pretty good at it. I'll give her that. Psychopath, but pretty good at DL scribbles. Going onto her Tumblr and whatnot, which has now since been deleted, she drew a lot though. Like a lot of art. About Cal and Andre. Her obsession for sure. We need to take a look at both girls' obsessions to try and understand, and good luck with that, why they wanted to do what they tried to do, and they both had obsessions with mass killers and school shooters. Who be they? Well, I hear you're barking, big dog. Cal and Andre are the two main characters, the two heroes of a movie called 0 Day. Let me talk to you for a moment about 0 Day, because as movies go, pretty good. As like things to get obsessed with, not great.
We should be quick about this. Give me the tripod. It's in the trunk. Spread them, boys. 1, 2, 3. My name is Andre Kriegman.
And I am Cal Gabriel.
1, 2, 3, go. And we are the Army of Two.
This is our high school, located in our town. It is our worst enemy.
It is our nemesis. Okay.
There will be a series of missions, followed by a final big-ass mission called 0 Day.
It's from 2003, set in 2000, and the two main characters are Calvin Gabriel and Andre Kriegman, the Army of Two.
The Army of Two has a myriad of supply depots all over the place. This one's in my closet.
And long story not so much, the movie is a found footage movie about them planning a school shooting, the 0 Day. It's about them filming themselves in the lead up to it. It shows them prepping, going to parties, egging people's houses, prom.
We acted alone. We obtained the weapons alone. And nobody knew that we were going to do this.
And then at the end of the roughly 90-ish minutes movie, it ends with the actual school shooting itself.
Ready? Let's get this shit done.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, I think there's a shooting at my school.
We have units on the way. Can you find? Do you see any perpetrators, the men with the guns?
No, not really. Like, there's like a lot of people everywhere.
Can you tell me where you are?
As movies go, it's decent. Malibu Mike would give it 3.5 stars out of 5. But yeah, like clearly heavily inspired by Columbine, down to the footage Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold filmed before.
Damn piece of bitch ass shit! Do not even screw with that little kid! If you do, I'll rip off your goddamn head and shove it so far up your... No!
Even the CCTV of the movie's shooting, school shooting at the very end, looks exactly like the real life version.
Hey, let's roleplay some Columbine stuff. Hey, yeah. Wait, who's Dylan? Who's Eric?
So, our dear Lois, she was only mad about the movie, and her favorite subject to draw was Cal and Andre. She had the Tumblr account, she had the Twitter account, she had the TikTok account, all the T's. So her art's pretty good. As a subject matter, very normal. Like, maybe call a family member and show them what you're drawing, tell them out loud what it is you're into, and see what they think. Lois was actually sort of popular in this niche of people online who are also big fans of the 0 Day main characters. I mean, well, I guess there's fans for everything. I mean, when it later came out that she wanted to do something very similar to what her obsession was, people were, dare I say, shocked.
You cannot tell me My favorite zero-day artist is Lois Lippert.
That was Lois's obsession. So you can see how, going from being obsessed about a movie that's about a school shooting, it would dovetail quite nicely into Isabelle's obsession. Her obsession was with real-life school shooter Adam Lanza. Adam Lanza, goof troop himself, does not really need any introduction, I think. He uploaded videos to YouTube under the name Cultural Philistine, and then he went and murdered his mother and a load of children in Sandy Hook Elementary School, Connecticut. One of the most horrifying events of the past 20 years. 20 children murdered, 6 adults, and then he ended it for himself. This occurred in December 2012 and is something which will never fully heal the depths of how evil what happened at Sandy Hook truly was. And the thing with the Sandy Hook shooting is that there's never been a proven motive as to why he did what he did. Though I don't think any motive would ever explain really what happened. He did suffer from a number of mental and neurological conditions and had become obsessed with mass shootings, writing spreadsheets about this shit. In the 2 years leading to the massacre, he withdrew from society entirely. Lanza had a number of extremely bizarre beliefs and convictions. See, he did write an essay at one point about why children can consent to sexual activity with adults. He placed garbage bags over his bedroom windows and was obsessed with Dance Dance Revolution. This is an actual video of him playing the game, which I mean is sort of disturbing even without the context of who this is. But this is when he was shiting on Cultural Philistine, his YouTube channel, which to be fair is only suspected of being him. But like very, very strongly. People are pretty sure it was him, alright.
I haven't done this before. Whenever I make a video, I've always thought about basically what I wanted to cover prior to starting the video. And I was just here laying on the floor and I thought, why not make a video just off the cuff about anything I want to?
Sounds exactly like him, recorded in what's believed to be the same place he was, and spouts the same nonsense he wrote about. That's who Isabelle had a crush on and was obsessed with. Which is weird because that's the second time in about 9 months here on that chapter that I've talked about somebody who had an obsession with Adam Lanza. I mean, previously it was Peter Manfredonia, remember him? Who went on a rampage in Connecticut all the way to PA. I mean, he was legit insane, I suppose. And I guess Isabelle kind of has to be too. But it's weird it happened twice. So what seems to have been the spark for the murder plot that Isabelle and Lois were kind of working on at Lake Brantley High School was there was another student at the high school who allegedly resembled, quite nicely, Adam Lanza, which is unfortunate for him, because I don't think anybody wants to resemble Adam Lanza. Isabelle had been taking pictures of this unnamed boy, this unnamed individual for some time, since September 2025, coming up with the plot to murder this poor kid in October of 2025, planning on carrying it out then that January. She would secretly stalk this guy, follow him around the high school as he's going to class, filming him on her phone, taking sneaky pics, and then just taking him home and staring at them. She even wrote a short poem about the poor fella. He smiles like Dylan, looks like Adam, is absolute perfection. He is the perfect example of what can be made. He looks like a doll, I adore him. I am in the worst parasocial relationship with him, and Fox has been drawing me out of it. I've been following him around and whatnot. And yes, Fox Fever, Lois Lippert, her BFF5 ever, had in fact been drawing pictures of Isabelle and this guy. The pictures, whoa boy, they are pictures of him being murdered, her doing things, sexually doing things to this poor kid whose face has been blocked off, as you can see. It's a highly disturbing, definitely interesting. The type of art to make you think, how do people come up with this shit? But as you can guess, these two girls were highly disturbed and clearly needed some help. Though clean up on aisle my pants, that actually did make me laugh.
They also saw the drawings.
Oh yeah, I told them about that. I told them yeah, I did some weird drawings. Did they comment on it? They were like, this is really good. Did they say anything?
Yeah, they said you're quite the artist. And I was like, no, that's my friend Lois's.
In Isabelle's backpack, police also found another letter. This was to be directed to her parents upon the successful achievement of her objective, murdering another student who looked like Adam Lanza. Dear Mama and Papa, I'm sorry for what I'm gonna do. Hopefully you will find this paper. I want you guys to know that none of it is your fault, or anyone else's in that matter. I chose to do this for myself and Adam Lanza. They told me that Adam would come back to speak to me if I did this for him. Adam Lanza wanted it. I think it's a fair and beautiful sense of devotion on my behalf. I love Adam Lanza. We're soulmates, just waiting to be reunited once more. I want you guys to know that you are the most perfect parents ever. I'm sorry I could not be a better child. I know there's been something wrong with me since I was a little kid. I just never showed it, and I'm sorry. I was never really shy. I just hated people, and I was aware of how disgusting everyone is. Being forced to talk was torture. I pretended to be a socialite to make you guys happy, because I loved seeing you guys happy. It was one of the only things that made me happy. Over the years, I've just lost control over myself and my emotions. Whenever I told someone I hated you guys, it was a pure lie. I'm sorry for ever hurting you, and I deserve what's coming from me, as I am also disgusting, cruel, and useless. How disturbing does it get when a 15-year-old is writing a letter like this, justifying her behavior? Isabelle was somebody who clearly needed help for a long time, and Lois too. Unfortunately, they became each other's enablers and furthered the delusions, ending in a murder plot. Isabelle wanted to murder this poor kid who resembled Adam Lanza because she believed that if she had a blood bond with Adam Lanza, which she would get because he looks like Adam Lanza, therefore it's a blood bond to the real Adam Lanza, who is dead. Anyways, killing this kid would resurrect him from the grave. So, the kids are not alright. The night before 0 Day, Isabelle and Lois had been DMing each other on Discord. This was around the very same time that anonymous tip was sent in to authorities. So Isabelle wasn't exactly keeping this whole kind of shenanigan to herself. I guess she was kind of like, anybody who, listen, guess what I'm about to do tomorrow? You won't believe it. It's gonna be over by tomorrow. If you have some gloves, bring them for me. Bring latex ones. I'm bringing a trash bag, wipes, and some other things. I'm going to go away anyways. I have incriminating shit on my phone. Holy shit, I'm gonna make a blood ritual for Adam Lanza. Lamau! Last block for Saint Adam. Everyone who prayed on my downfall is getting their wash. I hugged my parents extra tight today. I feel kinda bad for what's coming. I need to break my hard drive later. And in fact, that very morning, the morning of the 23rd, before the police came in, she had been writing a little fantasy version of what she was thinking was gonna happen that day. A little fantasy version of, ooh, I can't wait. Like, she was very excited about what she was gonna do. It was just like any other normal day. I swear nothing seemed off. Until I remembered him. Oh, how much I loved you. Today was finally the day. You're so worth it. Fuck, we were leaving second period. I grabbed him. I don't know what happened, but I just started talking. Oh, you're so beautiful. The cutest boy around. I loved him very dearly. I would ruin my life for him, and that is very much what I was doing. I was able to get my hands on some chloroform. It knocked him out cold. It was absolutely perfect. I was already in the bathroom with him. He hadn't woken up yet, so I was just waiting. He was so small, so precious. I'd been waiting for this moment for a long time. Slowly he woke up. I saw those beautiful eyes I much adored. Finally up close. He was absolute perfection. Hi, sweetheart, I said it without thinking. He looked extremely disturbed. I don't blame him, who wouldn't, lol. He didn't speak, just looked in terror. I pulled the knife out of my bag and held it up to his throat. I saw the fear. I saw his breath hitch. It gave me more adrenaline. I pulled my phone out and started recording him. Can he smile for the camera? I held the knife closer to his throat, and I watched as he forced himself to smile, just for me. I mean, if that was just something she was writing, that would be one thing, but she had brought a knife to school. She was planning on turning fiction into fact.
Yeah, I think in my dreams he told me that he wanted me to kill him. So I think it's only fair, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god, I almost laughed and I almost peed myself.
The plan was, and this is what she told the unnamed, little tipster, little tattletale, was that, good kind of tattletale. The morning of the 23rd, she was going to wait for her victim, the Lanza lookalike. She was going to wait for him she would stand outside the boys' bathroom, right? And then as he started walking in, she would grab him, push him into one of the stalls. Then she would stab him, or she hadn't decided yet, maybe slice his throat. Then she was going to leave Flowers at the scene, which is his body in the bathroom stall, smoke a little cigarette. While she was there, Lois was supposed to bring in, to help out her friend, supposed to bring in the gloves, a packet of smokes, and a lighter. Then Adam Lanza would force Ghost, in, I guess. As weird and batshit as that is what almost terrifyingly happened in Lake Brantley High School that day. Thankfully, the tipster stopped it before it could.
Lois, you want to stand up? Place your hands behind your back.
Isabelle and Lois had even met in the bathroom that morning, the 23rd. Isabelle allegedly claiming that Lois helped her sharpen the knife by running it back and forth over the pipe that goes from the toilet to the wall.
Dude, they said they were gonna go take photos in the bathroom as evidence. Dude, I don't know what they're gonna fucking take though. It was on the metal pipe. What are you supposed to take there?
However, because of that unnamed tipster, all this came to light and they were both arrested at school.
Have they talked to you about why you got arrested? So let's I'll explain everything. The reason you're being arrested, you helped her sharpen the knife. And so that's an accessory to the crime, okay? And then you'll be able to get in contact with your parents. Well, we are going to contact your parents and let them know what's going on, okay?
Do you have anything hidden on you?
No.
Lois.
Now this story then kind of went semi-viral for what you're about to see. It is when both Isabelle and Lois were placed in the backseat of the cruiser to be taken to the station and, booked in. And in that car, it seemed they were just having the time of their lives. Look at them. We're going to the same jail? You gotta be shitting me. Now this part was a very smart play by the authorities, putting the two girls together. It seems to have been 100% intentional by the police. After all, they're two high school girls, two best friends, sharing the same horrifying delusion. Of course they're gonna start yapping away to each other, and talk they did. They probably just didn't know they were being recorded. With all the diaries and stuff I mentioned, they were already pretty incriminated, but this was the icing on the cake.
Alright, then have a seat, please.
Are we gonna be in the same one?
What do you mean, same one? Yeah.
Oh my god.
As you can see, they're not taking this terribly seriously, joking that they should have killed fake Lanza in the morning, so that, hey, they would have done it before the cops showed up. More upset that they didn't commit the horrifying murder, rather than the fact that they were both, just, arrested.
I should have done it in the morning. Yeah. Dude, he was right there. I was following behind him.
And Isabelle was very annoyed that somebody had contacted the police about what she was going to do.
He did a tip?
There was a tip shown. Did you not see it? Someone tipped.
He fucking snitched. Dude, they took away my chocolate.
No!
I was able to eat, a part of it, a part of the big bar.
Oh my god.
But then that's it.
Were you able to... Damn it. Bro, I wanted to come back to second period so I could have, nibbled on some with you. I was like, this was my main goal.
Not a school shooting, at least.
Yeah. We'd be in prison for life.
Yeah. I wonder how long we're gonna get.
I'm probably not gonna get that much time.
I
touched the knife for a few seconds, yo.
Gosh. Ow. Kinda need to fart. We're gonna become one of those lesbian couple snap in jail?
Yeah, and you could be the butch.
Yes. Hey, this is my bitch. Stay away.
Yeah.
Ooh, you trying to look good for your mugshot?
Oh shit, am I gonna get a mugshot?
Well, we're going to jail. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, I was gonna do my makeup this morning for the mugshot, but I couldn't find anything.
Well, I'm probably not gonna my involvement's not that long, so I'll be out before you. I'm probably not even good life to go to jail because my parents are gonna get me best lawyers they can. Fuck that. Like.
So yeah, they're talking away, and Lois is expecting to basically be walking out of the jail as soon as, because she claims, sure, what did I do? Nothing. Maybe touched a knife a little bit. End of story. And because no one was actually killed, they think they'll be moseying out by the end of the day. Can I shock you? Not exactly what was going to happen, but you can see they know jack shit about jack shit. They really did not see what they had, again, almost done as being any sort of big deal whatsoever. That just ain't the way. Especially as they were both about to be charged as adults with attempted murder.
Honestly, we're probably gonna get like a minimum of, what, 4 years or so?
I'm not getting 4 years!
Yes, you are! You helped!
Dude, that was like... I'm not getting that. I'm not doing that.
Minimum of 4 years? Really? Yeah, even Lois is losing her shit at that. They're both looking at the possibility of life.
I'm not gonna be away for that long. Low-key, probably a good thing you didn't actually end up doing anything. Because imagine if I actually did like this is such a bonding experience. I love this.
At least we're going to the same place.
Yeah, I did not expect us to let us like go in the same car and shit.
Don't complain.
Yeah, I'm not complaining at all.
Underneath all of that laughter, though, you can sort of see there was definitely a growing sense of dread and oh balls. So the one with the big head, she was charged with attempted first-degree murder. The one with the big everywhere was charged with attempted first-degree murder, armed burglary of a structure, attempted aggravated child abuse with a deadly weapon, possession of a weapon on school property, and aggravated stalking. Both have been charged as adults, so with this moving forward, if found guilty, these sentences could be extremely tough for these two young teens. The case is currently going through the courts, both pleading not guilty, and the judge has denied them both bond. During the hearing, Lois's parents took the stand, offering to supervise their daughter at home under strict restrictions. Her father told the judge that even his work computer is locked down to the point he cannot access basic websites. Despite the family's testimony, though, the judge ruled that releasing either girl would be too risky in light of what the video showed.
The two teen girls accused of plotting to kill their classmate at Lake Brantley High School will remain in jail while awaiting trial.
14-year-old Lois Lippert and 15-year-old Isabelle Valdez went before a judge together but sat apart as prosecutors played video you first saw on News 6. Their demeanor was much more serious as prosecutors laid out what they say was a plot to kill a classmate at Lake Brantley High School. According to the state, Valdez intended to kill the boy who reportedly looked like the Sandy Hook school shooter. She told investigators it was part of a blood bond that would resurrect the shooter from the dead.
I don't think there's anything that I could do that would keep the community safe. And it's clearly a dangerous crime. All the elements, I think, have been met.
Prosecutors said them laughing in the back of the police cruiser demonstrated they were a clear danger to society, despite Lois Lippert's parents at least pleading with the judge for her to be sent home. This case is so reminiscent of the Slender Man case, if you remember that one. It's wild. Murdering somebody in a blood sacrifice for an evil being. Thankfully, in this case, they didn't get close. But if it wasn't for that tipster, well, who knows what would have happened. A life was saved. But it does seem they wanted to be caught. There was no cover-up or escape plan. Just murder for this insane delusion. And I mean, as the delusions, go, pretty weak. I mean, at least Slender Man is kind of cool. But let's see how this case plays out and if it can get any crazier than that. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at this point if Adam Lanza came back from the dead. That's how batshit this case is. Thank you so much for watching, folks. It means the world to me that you're here. As always, I can't tell you how much I appreciate all the support over the years and everything. I hope you're enjoying the old videos, the old true crime maroonies. The next video will be up when it's up next week. So please, check it out if you want to when it's up. If you're looking for some more of That Chapter, also you can check out the That Chapter Patreon. It's $2 a month. You get early access ad-free, all videos. There's a playlist of Patreon-only videos, and there's a Discord, Patreon-only Discord, so you can give that a go. Or you can check out the That Chapter podcast, which is a brand new podcast exclusive story told by myself. Sure, every Monday morning, it's free, it's available on all podcast platforms, so you can also check that out too if you want. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. Just take care of each other and yourselves, but do check it out. But also only if you want to, but do. Until the next solo one, folks, please take care of each other and yourselves, because guess what? I love you. Mike, yeah.